Hello, it's Abigail of Grow and Grow Yoga, and over the next couple of podcasts, I'm going to share my yoga journey with you. I have shared a short version of my yoga journey before, but I wanted to get into more specifics about why yoga is such an incredible tool and what caused me to want to become a yoga teacher and have this be part of my job. It all really starts from the beginning of me, and so I am a perfectionist. I've always been a perfectionist, but one of the things that really cemented that or reinforced that in me is that when I was 5, I started to do classical ballet. And I know a lot of yoga teachers who have dance backgrounds, and it seems to be a common starting point because classical ballet is very rigid. It's exacting, and everything has to be perfect. It has to be a certain way. And my dance instructor was absolutely amazing, but she was very strict because that's what the art form asked for. So it's all about standing tall and tucking in your tailbone and making sure your leg gets up to a certain height and making sure that your chin's at a particular angle. And you go out and you stand in front of these huge mirrors and you need to make sure that everything just flows perfectly. And you stand at the bar and do the same exercises over and over again, and you go to the floor and you do the same exercises over and over again. And it's all about this balance, this precision, this perfection. And I loved it. I absolutely loved dance. I still do love to dance, but it is something where it put a lot of structure into my life. And I'm going to talk later about the balance of things and how yoga uses this structure and this ease to create a balance. But it created a lot of structure in my life, and I had particular goals and aspirations for what I wanted to attain. So it's nothing that my parents put on me or that my teachers put on me, but just things that I wanted to accomplish in life because I'm a very goal-oriented person, and I wanted to have this quote-unquote perfect life. And this followed me throughout my life, and it's still something that I deal with, and I call it the perfectionist problem, where sometimes you're not living in the moment because you're so concerned about how it's going to impact the next moment or how people are going to view what you're doing. And having this YouTube channel is another one of those things where I run into this perfectionist problem of making sure that everything is exactly how it should be, and that I'm putting out content as often as I should be, and that I'm interacting with people as quickly as possible and all of that. But perfectionism can lead to a lot of unneeded stress, and it keeps you out of the moment. It keeps you from truly experiencing what's happening right then. And although I started doing yoga in high school with my mom, I viewed yoga as just something else that needed to be attained. That if I'm watching this video, I need to be able to do yoga just as good, if not better, than the instructor, and I need to get my leg to be up here because that's where it is in the video. And in college, I went to a yoga class and hurt myself for that exact reason. Is there was a 60-something-year-old woman who was putting her feet behind her head, and although at that point I hadn't been teaching or doing dance for years, the last time I had taught was when I was 19, I wanted to be able to do what she was doing, and so I did and hurt myself. And that was just a lesson that I needed to learn about the fact that you can bring perfectionism to anything you do in life, but it's always going to come around to hurt you, hurt the people that you love, because nobody's perfect. I know it's cliche, but nobody is perfect, and so when you put those standards on other people and on yourself, it always causes disastrous outcomes. That's the beginning of my yoga journey. In the next podcast, I'll talk about how that led me to the next step. But yes, perfectionism is a problem and something that yoga is there to try to help balance out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you tune in for the next part of the podcast to find out where I went from there. And share with me in the comments if you have similar struggles, if you have things that are going on in your life. Let me know, because I feel that this is a common background that a lot of people come from to seek yoga. Is this sort of perfection background, either from doing dance or something else that's also very regimented. So let me know in the comments, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, as well as subscribe and tell your friends about this channel so that I can continue to make free content. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.